Are you ready? 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 Another banger. Hi guys. Hi. Surprise here. Your local potted, expanding our universe. Back with another video. Habari zenu. I hope mko poa. Yeah, mi niko fiti. And today we are here with another video. Whatever prompted this video is nilikuwa tunafikiria venye, you know, like every phase of our lives have molded us and have built us into what we are today. Sindio, like mimi personally, all the phases of my life have molded me and built me up to what I am today. Sindio, so nilikuwa tu like I should do another like boarding school is not, I've done boarding school is not a real place, primary school edition. Why not do boarding school is not a real place, high school edition? Because I have so many stories, and we can just put those stories in this video, sindio? So I'm here with boarding school is not a real place, high school edition video. So let's get into it. Let's just get into it, yeah? High school. Mi hata sijui nianzie wapi. Mi kwanza hata nilingia high school like late. Nilingia high school like one day to the midterm of first term. Like nilienda shule leo, kesho tunarudi home, like tunaenda midterm. So, naweza sema high school from the very beginning was just chaos. So you see that first night, hata nilikuwa nimesahau. I had written down some notes, but hata hii yenye naenda kusema sahi haiko kwa hizo notes. Like, so the first night I had in high school ilikuwa the night before swimming gala. Na kama ulikuwa shule yenye mimi nilikuwa unajua tu the night before swimming gala, like before like admin got the admin got like involved sana in it. You were supposed to sing in your house. So I was in Simba house. Me didn't even know the name of my house. So you can imagine naingia hivi hostel kwa mlango. Sasa watu like seniors walikuwa nangojea watu kwa mlango. And I look so naive. Like I look new. I smell like newness. So ninaingia hivi kwa mlango ya hostel. Because the only place I know is where I'm sleeping. I don't even know anything else. Like najua penye mimi nalala na najua class yangu na najua dining hall. Like sijui any other part of that school at this point. And someone approaches me ati sasa uko house gani? Like nilikuwa tunakaa form 1. Uko house gani? Mimi niko like sijui hata nilisema nini because haikuwa Simba. Nilisema yellow house because shati zetu zilikuwa za yellow. Nilisema yellow house. Kidogo nimevurutwa nishaingizwa Simba house. Yenye hata okay, not in quotes, like Simba house. Na hata like yeah. So we had to sing. Nikaulizwa pom-pom zangu ziko wapi? Mimi hata sijui pom-pom ni nini. Do you know I knew those things that cheerleaders carry are called pom-poms when I was in form 1. Mimi sikuwa najua ati pom-pom zako ziko wapi. So apparently form 1 like ulikuwa unafaa kutengeneza pom-pom. So mimi kama nilikuwa Simba house, pom-pom zetu ningetengeneza na karatasi ya yellow. Mtu mmoja alikuwa hii house ilikuwa kando yetu, ilikuwa Nyati house ni red, walikuwa wanafaa kutengeneza pom-pom na like something ya red, material ya red. Me I'm there, I don't even know what pom-poms are. We are being told to sing. Sasa unajua ni hizi nyimbo tu za psych. Damn, it's hot in here. There must be Simbarans in the atmosphere. Hadi na nyongwa, gosh. Sips water. So yeah, that was my first experience in high school, and I feel like I was thrown right in the middle of the deep end, you know. And I had to navigate. I don't even know anything, and the next day I'm going home. Like thank God the next day I was going home. Mi kwanza niliingia shule nikakaa hapo mbele. Si unajua row ya katikati na kwanga na watu watatu, but saju class yenye mimi nilipelekwa ilikuwa ishaja, nikekewa loka yangu ya like my whole experience in form 1 first term was just was unreal. It was unreal. Culture shock. mi nilikuwa nafikiria pia high school I was something else. I was so shocked that haikukuwa shida kuongea Kiswahili. So you know the way in primary school you're told you shouldn't speak Swahili. Swahili is only spoken on Fridays. Kitu hiyo. I was expecting such a system. And then people here are just asking my name. Ati unaitwa nani? Sijui nini kuja nikupeleke uchukue books zako. And I'm like, what? You guys are like, we are allowed to speak in Kiswahili like anytime. And yeah, that was unreal for me. Hiyo ilikuwa that was so unreal. Another thing yenye pia like the first day, like I feel like no, nilisahau kuwaambia, did I say this in the boarding school is not a real place? Kwa primary school edition, I remember pia kwa primary school edition ni mimi nilijoin boarding late. I told you guys that. Na niliwaambia nilikuwa nalala na slippers juu naogopa ziibwe. Did I tell you like my first few weeks in boarding school in primary, nilikuwa nalala na slippers, nilikuwa nalala na patipati zangu ndio zisibiwe, alafu nalala nazo ati ndio bell kiring. Walikuwa kwanza wanagonga like it was a metal pole, walikuwa wanaigonga ndo mwamke niruke tu nikimbie kwa bafu. I don't have the time to start looking for my party and someone might steal my party. How did I forget that? Kwa hiyo boarding school is not a real place, primary edition. But yeah, I felt like pia high school ilikuwa na such a vibe, but haikuwa that extreme. Haikuwa that extreme. So yeah. Niliingia to boarding school in high school and I was just, it was like huwa wanasema nini, hata nimesahau chenye nilikuwa nataka kusema, but let's now refer to our notes, the ones that I wanted to highlight. Wait, I had the craziest biology teacher. I feel like alikuwa the best biology teacher. Mimi nilikuwa na feel kama nilikuwa na understand teaching method yake, but sometimes alikuwa anatend to go insane. So Mr. Ahmed would just Mr. Ahmed would just give you a punishment like uoshe like hizo like pathways, si ni za tarmac, ziko tarmac, uoshe pathways jua imewaka, but hataki kukuja apate imekauka, yet mkimuita ana take his time. So like mtu mwenye ameenda kumuita ana have ku like signal hao wenye wamebaki, ndio yeye anakuja ndio umwage maji isikae ni kama imekauka ati haujaosha. And then there's this time I'll never forget. I think this was in form 4 and form 3. He asked us the meaning of linkage kwa genetics, and no one had the answer. Do you know we were told to write linkage, like the word, even not the meaning. You see, I don't even know the meaning, bado. The word, we were told to write the word linkage like on a full page, like unarudia, like in one line 10 linkages on a full page. That was the punishment. Kuna time tuliambiwa tuchore ule mse mwenye alikuwa anatoka nywele ndani ya masikio kwa biology textbook, and then he was giving marks. Ati wewe umeanguka, mbona hajakasirika kwa hiyo picha, huyu mtu amekasirika. Yeah, that was insane. Like why now, why anyway, boarding school is not a real place. Yeah. Hata sikuwa nimepata notes zangu bado. Mambo ya funky, mimi ninaweza sema ilifika point in my life I was just a funky dudu. Not a funky dudu like that term was used for people who go for many funkies. Sikukuwa na jipox kwa mafunky, nilikuwa tu naenda funky zenye I am a part of, you know. Wait, I've just remembered something. I don't know if I want to share this, but let me just share. So I took music in high school. Yes, I took music as a subject. And one of the recommendations from my teacher was that all music students were supposed to be like part of chorals, or like kwanza alikuwa anasema you have to be part of all of them. Chorals, folk dance na choir. So I was like, me I can't. Mimi ukiniambia nifanye sijui facial expressions. Personally, I think it's hiyo kitu ya feel cringe. So but I'm working on it. Facial expressions have never been my strong suit. I can only do them when I feel them. I can't just bring them to the surface without the emotions. So nikajua uko uko chorals na uko folk dance kidogo. So mimi nikaenda auditions za choir. I don't know why they didn't pick me. I don't know. But I don't know. Cause I don't know. You know, it's one of those things and I think that was a moment yenye ili shake my self confidence kidogo. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, mwalimu wangu wa music akanipeleka akaniingiza kwa line by force. And I also did voice for my KCSE. Hakuniambia, achana na hiyo wenda tuchukue recorder cause alikuwa anatuambia. So I think yeah, he's one of the people who I'll never forget. Actually, hata nilikuwa nimesahau hiyo. So is that part of boarding school is not a real place? I think that is just part of the experience, my experience in high school. Yeah. Boarding school is not a real place. Tell me why tulikuwa tunasikia njaa hivyo. I don't know if I mentioned this kwa video ya primary edition, but high school, tell me why tulikuwa tunasikia njaa hivyo. Mnangojea tu. Sisi sasa, me and my friends, we used to wait for 4 p.m. ndio tuende kwa nurses room, like sick bay. So unajua sick bay chakula ilikuwa inapelekwa huko kila siku na si kila siku ndo kuna watu kwa sick bay. So the food will remain. Hadi nurse akatujua. Tulikuwa tunaenda una prepare ikiwa like 3:40 unaanza kutafuta spoon yako, tunaenda kudimbua. Alafu we had this thing. This was in form 4 I think. We came up with this thing ndo tusilale class after lunch ati tunatengeneza like simu. So we take an A4 paper. Yeah. We take an A4 paper and we fold it. We fold it like 3 times. You get like into thirds. We fold it 3 times. So you start a conversation. Hadi tulikuwa tunachora emojis. Ati sijui nini. Tunapiga tu udaku kwa hizo karatasi. I think I have those things. Like I think I have them somewhere. I'll look for them. So nostalgic. Like just to keep ourselves busy. I remember we used to sit like, there's a time we used to sit under the tables, kwanza physics lab na chem lab, ndio tusome novels. Boarding school is not a real place. It was only in school where you'd come to school with a novel, alafu mtu anararua nusu, anaenda na nusu ya novel yako na utaiona tena, like you'll never see the half of your novel again. Hivyo vile ilipotea hivyo ndio imepotea. And tell me how vitu zilikuwa zinapotea shule alafu utaiona tena, like a bucket or I don't know what, like inapotea hivyo. Kitu inapotea ukiwa form 1 unaipata ukiwa form 4. Hey. That was crazy. That was really really crazy. Boarding school is not a real place because I feel like pia hii niliongelelea kwa primary. Wait, kwanza hiyo mambo ya kukula, sijui mbona na feel ni kama sikuisema. Acha tu nirudie. Hapo kwa pati ya kukula, primary kwanza tulikuwa tunangojea chakula ya staff room, alafu tulikuwa tuna book food imebaki na maanko. So kwanza tulikuwa tunapenda stima ikipotea, alafu tuambiwe tuende tukae dining hall for our prep. So unajua ukikaa dining hall, utajua kama kuna chakula ama hakuna chakula. Yo. Boarding school is not a real place. Some teachers not just liking you, like ops, having ops, hata jana na teachers pekee, even other students, you just wonder, like amjafanyana kitu but hampendani. Mimi na feel nilikuwa na ops, like I feel like everyone had ops in high school or primary school, but now I'm speaking of a boarding school where you actually have to be around this person, like you will try your best to like avoid this person and ignore this person, but ako hapo you are locked in, like you are locked inside 4 walls and you have like their existence, like they're there and you can't do anything about it. I feel like kuna huyu mwalimu alikuwa anachachisha. Alafu I don't know, mi kwanza na feel if you were caught in one mistake, now you are a bad child, like the label you are a bad child, and it's just one mistake. And I feel like even the weight of the mistake was not like that big. So nilipatikananga na guy, hi Masi Mukunda, nilipatikananga na autobook ya Masi Mukunda. And I've said her whole name. Yeah, but she's my friend. Hi Masi. So she was my roommate and she gave me her auto book. So mnakumbuka auto books, niende niandike like favorite teacher nini, and it was this book yenye it was printed out with those sections. Like it was not just a book, it was an auto book for real. So she gave it to me to go fill in my space. Then I'm just looking at it before geography lesson nianze, reading a few pages. Teacher wangu wa geography akaingia akanipata nayo, kachukua. Na unajua vile walikuwa wanachachisha ati hapa mtu ameandika favorite teacher wake ni Mr. Nani. Like it was a whole thing. I think she went and showed like every other teacher that she could show. Then you have to stand there and lazima tu unyenyekee. Shame her. Lazima unyenyekee hapo. And then it became a whole thing, threatening to call my mom. And then ever since that day, I had bad blood with this other teacher. It's not even my geography teacher. Me and my geography teacher, I feel like we had a good relationship. But now me and this other teacher that was shown, that is when she knew me sasa, because she's never taught me. She didn't have the chance to ever like come face to face with me or one-on-one with me. So she got her chance there. Huyu mwalimu alikuwa ananitafuta. Alinitafuta sana. Haki nirudishie scouts uniform yangu. Ulininyang'anya scouts uniform. Nirudishie. Yeah, boarding school is not a real place. Sana ukiwa na ops, like they make your life unbearable. Ushaona huyu mwalimu mwenye ukimuona tu heri urudi kwenye ulikuwa. Juu unajua whether you like it or not, they'll find something. Like we have African hair. Si ndio mimi nilikata nywele like form 4. Nywele yangu ilikuwa imekatika sana, so nikafanya the big chop form 4. So you comb your afro hair like going up. It's African hair. It grows towards the sun. Mwalimu tu anataka kukasirikia na kuambia ati mbona hii nywele imechana hivi, chana ukienda nyuma. Na ukienda nyuma, shrinkage happens. Then unaonanga hao watu wenye wanashikilia nywele yenye imeshashikana, alafu wameshikilia tu like hapo kapatka dogo tu, nika nywele ina burst out of the hairband. So anataka mimi nishikilie hivyo nywele, yet I look good in an afro. Why did you used to stress us? Like, what was so wrong with African hair? What was so wrong with curls? What was so wrong with... Aki nimekumbuka hiyo. Nimekasirika kwa cigarette. What was so wrong with that? Then you just atakufrustrate, or go back, comb it, au shuki kwa ibasi bila kuichana. Mimi kuna time nilimwambia tu Aki niko na nywele ya Kiafrika. Like this is the best it can do actually. Like this is the best it can do, because this is the best it can look under the circumstances in which I am living in this school. Ooh, yeah. Alafu guy, ushaipatikana kwa list ya watu walifanya mistake na hata ukukua shule. Mimi nishaipatikana. Hadi huyo prefect akaambiwa na mwalimu alienda kunireport kwake that anadanganya. Like, for real, this girl just decided, because surprise usually hangs out with like nani and nani. If they are there, then surprise is there. And even surprise was not in school that day. But I hope sisi wote nje huko kwa dunia. Sisi wote sijui mbona nimejumble up your sentence, but sisi wote tuko huko nje kwa dunia. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think I have a problem with authority that is misused. I don't have a problem with authority. I have a problem with authority that is misused. I respect authority. Me personally wanna feel like, kama mtu ananiambia nisifanye kitu na yeye pia haifanyangi, nitamrespect. Unaget like, but sasa unataka kuni rule with an iron fist, yet that iron fist does not apply to you. No thanks. No. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Boarding school is not a real place. Nilikuwa nimeanza story ya Funky Dudu. Yeah, me nilienda Funky's mob. Of course, teachers would nilienda Funky's hadi form 4. And teachers would tell me, like, I remember this teacher, I missed like a physics practicals exam, and I was asked to go take it, and tuna approach huyu mwalimu ametukasirikia. Like, kitu ya kwanza ninaona mmejam tu sana. Ati mbona msiachie watoto hizi vitu? But sasa mimi hizi vitu nitazitoa wapi kwingine kama si hapa leo sahi? And I feel like pia my mom was my mom alikuwa nani. No, I was not the problem, because see, the school had allowed us to go. Even my mom was not a problem at this point. See, the school had allowed us to go. Now if the school is allowing me to go for the funky, see, I'll just go, ama. Yeah. But mi singekaa shule forever. Ninge daddy. Oh, boarding school is not a real place. Did you guys have these instances where one of your friends is going outside, then mnamtuma na vitu? Like mnamtuma akuje na vitu. We had this thing with my friends, like, my friends in high school, like, my friendships in high school were so wholesome. Like, I can't, all of them are just wholesome. So there's this thing, like, field yetu ilikuwa across the road from where the other part of the school was. So unapata watu wa sports ndio wataenda huko kwa field, na unajua hiyo siku hot dogs zitauzwa nini hiyo siku mnapanga hata hamuendi kukula hiyo chakula ya shule hiyo. Hamuendi kukula hiyo, mnangojea wanja, mnangojea wanja atoke field na ma hot dogs, tunakaa hapo nje kwa meza tunadimbua like living life. Boarding school is not a real place. Ushajipata kwa list ya lesbians kwa choo na huko shule. Kwanza hata mimi sikuiona hiyo list. Hiyo list mimi hata sikuwahi iona. Nilikuja kutoka funky again. I was never in school. Nilikuja kutoka funky naambiwa kuna list iliandikwa, kuna mse alienda akaandika kwa choo sijui nini huko kwa hiyo list, and you're shocked, like people actually know my life better than I do. Yeah, that was crazy. That was so crazy. Like alafu I think the biggest lesson that one gets to learn in boarding school, honestly, it is how to relate with people. May feel like that. Like boarding school hata si ati ikupea time ya kusoma, ati sasa hiyo time ya kucommute imekuwa cut, so you have more time to study. Boarding school is just there. The biggest lesson I can say someone can take away from it is how to live with people, how to like a lot. Unaenda huko na unafungiwa na watu wa character zote, and imagine you have to exist in the same physical yeah. Let's just move on. Boarding school is not a real place. This is a good name though. Like mimi nilikuwa nangojea siku zenye mails zinapostiwa. Shit. Like ati umepata mails. So tulikuwa na mail list. So unapata on Saturday morning, sijui kama ni entertainment prefect ndio alikuwa anaenda kuchukua mails ama ni nani, but on Saturday morning you wake up and then mnaenda mnapata mail list. Mkiendea breakfast mnapata mail list imeandikwa hapo. So imeandikwa jina yako na like how many mails you've gotten. I lived for mail lists. Like mimi nilikuwa naenda hapo kuangalia nani huyo amepata mail. Kama kuna rafiki yangu amepata mail, tunasoma hiyo mail pamoja. Nimependa like we used to sell mail papers. I had even forgotten. We used to sell mail papers. We used to sell envelopes. Like kuna time nilienda shule kadi nimejihami. I'm here to do business. I'm literally here to do business. Yeah. Yeah. That made life easier, I feel like. Made life so much easier because yeah, mails just brightened up my day. Like receiving a mail from someone who you know cares about you, that was just nice. So mi siwezi sema nilikuwa on the side ya watu wenye wako ipata mails. Mi nilipata several mails, niliandika several mails. So yeah, that's a highlight. But boarding school is not a real place. Tell me why we have to, like, I get the art of handwritten letters, but you have to wait, like unajibu mtu alafu kwanza hiyo siku shuleni imeamua. It got to a point our school didn't like really put in effort in collecting our mails, and hadi watu wako wanaandika mails that much, ilibaki kwa sticky note. So unangojea mtu mwenye anaenda funky and anakupelekea sticky note. Yani they just wanted us to die in there. Boarding school is not a real place. Back to your point ya ops. Tell me why teachers used to exaggerate things. Like, you do, I think I've already even mentioned this. You do one thing, inakuwa blown out of proportion. This time, my friends and I, of course, bado tena tulikuwa tuna trend. Tulikuwa tuna trend juu ya smartwatch. Then like ile escalate ikafika point yenye ati sisi tunaoga kwa choo za walimu, so wataita wazazi wetu, sisi tutapewa hizo choo juu tumejiona sisi ni special, watatupea hizo choo alafu sisi tuchange pesa tujengee walimu choo zao. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And then I remember how anxious these things used to make me feel. Kwanza ukichajwa mnaitwa alafu mnasimamishwa, mmoja asimame hapa mwingine asimame huko. Ilikuwa unabaki hapo na anxiety na unajua hapo unaenda kuingiliwa. But thank God I never received like the worst end of it. Yeah. Like me personally, mimi naweza sema sikuwahi kuwa like on the receiving end of it vibaya. Mimi nilikuwa tu like experience yangu ilikuwa moderate but still unnecessary. Boarding school is not real. Kukiwa na blackouts, what was happening? Like what was that havoc? What was that chaos? Kukiwa na blackout, siku za zilikuwa zinaitwa aje? Hadi zikabaniwa shule yetu. Hizi vitu zilikuwa weekend challenge. Weekend challenge ikifanyika for a whole week, watu wanaanguka tu na mapepo shule yote. Mtu anakuja na kushika anasema I can see angels around your head. Hey! Hey! Aki, disclaimer. You can do whatever, like you are free to do whatever you want. Mimi, according to me, that was just wrong. Do you know people used to teach hey, relax. Do you know people used to teach each other how to speak in tongues in my school? Like for real. Like, and then they're saying that it's like gibberish. I don't know, like, I might not know many things, but mi najua hiyo mimi aki hapo hapana. That was a lot. Hey, hiyo tumefika hapo aje, tumeescalate. Like stima ikipotea, nakumbuka kuna hii time. Guy, kuna huyu alikuwa anaitwa aje? Like what is the term for night runner? Kuna time kulikuanga na night runner, anashikwa, anapelekwa jela, anarudi bado tu atakuja ku night run huko karibu na hostel zetu. Kuna time tulikuwa na msee mwenye ati alikuwa anatembea around the school like akipokpok watu usiku, like if you sleep and you leave your window open, kwanza like on the ground floor rooms, anakupokpok, anapiga watu picha. Like it was a whole mess. That was just crazy. That was the craziest experience, by the way. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? But thank God sisi hatukuwa na mastori mingi za like sijui devil worshippers. Like that's not something I really experienced. But I think I had a big fear of it because I've grown up around people who had been to high school before me. Like many of my aunties, my sisters, my cousins had been to boarding school, high school before me. Na hao wote walikuwa na mastori za mashetule na nini. Thank God me ilikuwa inafanyika tu wakati wa weekend challenge. But still crazy. Like if you go through this system and come out unscathed, when you G, you know, we think these things are normal just because we have experienced them. But when you look at them again, unabaki, hey, this is not something that, like, this is not a day-to-day normality. This is strange. Anyway, boarding school is not a real place. Tell me why you'd be dying na bado upewi leave out. Hadi sasa waone anaenda ndio utapewa leave out kwa nurse. Kwanza nurse wetu alikuwa mkali. I think she passed on. God rest her soul. But nurse wetu alikuwa mkali, but mimi alikuwa ananibamba. Mimi alikuwa ananibamba, lakini mimi sikuwa na get mbona like I get you need to be hard on us, because if you're not hard on us, watu wanasoma symptoms za kidney stone kwa textbook alafu wanaenda kumwambia, but at some point alikuwa tu ana push the borders. But wow, you die for like a leave out. Alafu ati watu wa school fees wakuje kuitwa na wewe umefikiria the same unaitwa alafu uitwi. Boarding school is not a real place. Yeah, but I'd say I had a good time. Mimi naweza sema my boarding school experience was, yeah, on average it was good. I didn't vile nilikuwa nasema on average it was good. I didn't suffer. I was always ushaiona kwanza this phrase I keep saying, like I say it a lot, venye mimi sijai kuwa part of wenye wananyanyaswa na mimi sijai kuwa mwenye ananyanyasana, but mimi sijai kosa. Like I've always been around the right people. And boarding school showed me that. Kwanza high school showed me that. And I wouldn't have had it any other way, to be honest. It was so good. Mambo ya kupiga story. Class yetu ilikuwa hata sijawaambia. Form 1, I was like in the class that was considered most weird. We'd walk with, hey, kuna siku we had a scare. So we decided to be a little bit more spiritual and pray more, nini nini. Our class decided to fast for a week. Surprise alikuwa dining hall by Tuesday nilikuwa nisharudi kukula cause yeah, but we'd walk around with like Gideon Bibles, those two small Bibles, those are New Testament kwa breast pockets, like yeah. Yo, I've remembered. Ufikiria unaenda funky alafu hiyo saa ya kuenda unapata jina yako haiko kwa list. Wewe utarudi class kweli? Hapana, itabidi nisikae hiyo class. Itabidi msinione the whole day. Watu wakitoka funky niingie nao. Niwaambie pia mimi nimetoka funky. Boarding school is not a real place. But there was nothing so disappointing as thinking each siku niko sure ninaenda, then your name is not on the list. Like, that is why I just wanted to be among the people who make the lists. Cause form 1, form 2, sikuwa na langu, to be honest. Sikuwa na langu. Yeah. I'm just confirming if I have anything else. I think I'm done. But yeah, boarding school again. As I said, boarding school is not a real place. Primary school edition, and I'm saying it now. Personally, I don't think I advocate for boarding schools. I think children and teenagers should be left in the society that they're supposed to be leaders of. Unaget, like boarding school literally uproots them and puts them into an institution that limits their, limits their, I don't know, limits everything. Cause yes, utafunzwa vile ya kusocialize, utafunzwa vile ya kunini, like utakuwa ati utapata discipline, ati utakuwa responsible, but at the end of the day you've been uprooted from the society. Does it make sense to stay away from a society that you're supposed to be a leader of for 3 months and only come back for 1 month? To me it doesn't make sense. But we are thankful, we are grateful for all the experiences we've had, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't experience that. Of course, if I remember other things, of course, if I remember other experiences and stories, there's an option of shooting another video. We are not limited over here. But yeah, nimekumbuka. Time yenye form 4s walikuwa wanafanya KCSE sisi bado tukiwa shule. I think that ended when I was in like form 2. Hiyo time, like, they'd put sellotape. Unaona, si tulikuwa na bell kwa hostel yenye like the timekeeper. Mimi hata sikumbuki au prefects walikuwa na like jina gani, but nishaivai kukuwa prefect nikafikiria it's mine, kumbe the administration had another option. Anyway, stories for other days. Yeah, so these people juu wamemaliza exam na wanatuacha shule, walikuwa wanatufilisha by kuweka sellotape kwa bell, so the bell is ringing continuously for hours, and you have to wake up, maybe you have an exam, wamemaliza exam, wanavuruta masuitcases kwa corridors, wanabang milango, like it was so chaotic. Me thanked God that watu walianza kuenda home wakati watu wanafanya KCSE, cause hata mimi ningewafanyia hivyo, but I didn't like kufanyiwa hivyo. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I like this video. Imenifanya nika feel nostalgic, imenikumbusha vitu. I think kuna vitu zenye hata bado sijakumbuka, but nitazikumbuka tu with time. Anyway, follow, subscribe, like, comment, share. Don't be afraid. Tell me what you think, tell me what you feel. Laugh if it makes you laugh. Cringe if it makes you cringe. But go be great. Your local potted out. Yo, anyway, let me I think my camera is going off in a few, so let me just start the next section. Yeah. We are back, baby.